Okay, so today this is how I make butter.
There's really only one ingredient for butter, and that is heavy whipping cream. I've got 3 different varieties here. This is a local creamery. I like them because they are, well, they come in old-fashioned glass bottles. I bought this one, which is also, I bought them specifically because they are, well, local. And this is another variety that I use, organic whipping cream. So these are some varieties that I have used. For today, I'm going to use these two because I want to use this one up. I've also heard that using cream closer to its expiration date makes better butter. You also are going to want a whisk or a mixer. This is the one that I use with my KitchenAid. A rubber spatula for scraping down the sides, and ultimately I will get to using this very big glass bowl, which this, by the way, is made by the company Anchor Hocking, that has made 100% American-made glass since 1905. So if you're into American-made products like me, Anchor Hocking is a company that makes everything in America. Okay, so to make butter, I'm going to put on my attachment, and I'm going to open up my cream. And we're just pouring it in. Now at this point, it's really, really easy. We're going to turn on the mixer. I turn it on low at first to make sure I don't splash, and then I'm going to pick up the speed. So that didn't take long at all. I want to show you here, we've gone actually just past the cream point. I'm stopping only to show you, if I were making homemade whipped cream, I would definitely stop at this point. We're gonna go again. Here we go. This is now looking like butter. You can see I've got some curdles here going on, but we're not done yet, because mixed in with this lovely butter is buttermilk. So we're going to be moving on to the next step. I'm going to clear all of this out, move it over to my glass bowl, and I will show you the next step to making homemade butter. I want to show you, if you can see the drip, drip, dripping here, that is the buttermilk. So we're going to go through this process, and I am going to squeeze out the buttermilk out of the butter, and we twist it and then squeeze. Not too much, gently. You don't want to rip your cheesecloth. After all, it is only butter muslin. And you just keep doing this little by little, and you can see the buttermilk coming out into my bowl. I kind of squeeze it and I twist it, and I squeeze it and I twist it, and as I'm twisting it and I kind of pull it down, I don't know, kind of think of it like milking a cow. You can see the butter is starting to come out of the bottom too. And I just keep doing this. See, there comes my butter, and the milk is dripping into the bowl. So I wanted to show you, I realized I needed another bowl because I forgot to have a bowl to put my butter in. So I've kind of learned a technique as I've been forced to use the method I didn't think I was going to use. By squeezing it through, I get all this lovely butter to come out. Put it over into my bowl. Yes, your hands will get buttery. So I have finally made it through all my butter. Since I did 2 pints, that took me about 45 minutes. And you can see this is the buttermilk, but there's still chunks of butter in there, right? And this is the butter, and you can see there's still some buttermilk forming down in there, so I might do one more quick pass through after I'm done to get all the buttermilk out. But what I'm going to do, because I want to get all the butter out of my buttermilk, is I have put my butter muslin in my little strainer, and I'm just going to dump it in. Whee! And now we have buttermilk. So I finally got it all through. I actually did 2 run-throughs with my butter muslin. I'd say the whole process from the time I started whipping it to now was about an hour, but remember I did 2 pints. Do one at a time. This is our buttermilk. I'm finally done. This is my butter. Okay, so here's the final product. I have my buttermilk that I keep in a mason jar. You can drink it if you like buttermilk. I don't. You can use it to make buttermilk pancakes or that. Here's my butter in its forms. You don't have to use a butter form specifically. I bought it with these little lines because I do a lot of baking, but you could use almost anything, even an ice cube tray. Put it in the fridge or the freezer. Yes, you can freeze butter. I'm going to put mine in the freezer, and this was fun. Thank you for those of you who encouraged me to do it, and let me know what you think. Bye!